lithium. So normal batteries start at a certain voltage. Let's pick 13.4 or 13.5, and then they slowly discharge 12.8, 12.5, 11.8, 40%, and then they just nothing works. Lithiums hold a certain voltage, and I think like 14.4. I'll show you this. This is a Go Power. I'm used to it different. So 14.4, 45. They hold voltage, and then they shut off like this. It's a very steep curve down, but you don't see. It's like your phone. You have a little percent. It's like 100%, 20, and then it just shuts off. Right. Especially if it's cold too. So the solar charger, there's nothing you have to do here. And I don't use Go Power. I use Zamp here. They're both good panels. This one actually has a Bluetooth mode, and you can connect to your phone and see what's going on.
Hey Ryan,
yep.
Keys for that camp light?
No clue. I didn't work on it, so. Okay. In the manual, kind of went over stuff. This AC button is if this camper had an inverter, a Go Power inverter. It doesn't have one, so this button is not doing anything. Max Boost is more or less for wet cell, AGM batteries, which you don't have. It's like it just puts a big amount of force into the batteries before you go to bed, so it'll last the night. You don't want to do it with lithium. And then A and B here is just in the manual said how to set this. So lithium's charged at a different voltage than AGMs and wet cells. I already set this. So LEP, it said in the manual, is what you want to set it to for lithium ions. So I've already done that for you. And if you want to toggle, so you have your percentage, which honestly is useless. This percentage is not accurate because it's not reading that voltage chart. It's seeing 14 volts, so it's going to read 100% all the time. That's more or less for wet cell and AGM batteries. That's the total amp hour, so that's as many amp hours it's charged, I think, in the last 24 hours. It's either 12 or 24, I always forget. Voltage, 14.5. You'll just see that whole 14.5. And then amps coming in is what I like to look at. So if we unplug the camper and started running things, the solar right now is reading, that's sun to batteries. It's not doing anything. But on like a sunny day and it's charging the batteries, this has 200 watts of panels, so you probably charge around 10 to 13 amps on a really sunny day.
This has 2 panels, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's like 380. They're supposed to be 180 or 90.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, these are. I'm so used to us doing panels. So yeah, that's 380. So that's about, I want to say, close to 20 to 25 amps charging, which is really good. I run about the same setup on mine, and I've never had an issue. So the two things I kind of look at, I mainly leave this on the amps. Because if you see that number and start raising, that means you're charging, which means the batteries are low or they've been used
depleted.
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only way to really tell lithium-ion battery voltage is a battery shunt, which I don't know how you would put one of these in this camper because one battery's there and one's over here. So you'd have to see like where the two negatives coming into.
We'd have to put the batteries under the bed or something.
Yeah, or run another wire from one battery directly to the other.
Okay.
Because a shunt is just reading everything exiting both batteries and then everything re-entering both batteries. And if this setup, it could be, I don't know how Lance does it. I don't know if they run the negative all the way to one terminal and then that battery goes to the camper. My theory being a trailer, because the frame's the ground, they have both negatives just running to the frame somewhere.
So there's no way for us really to know.
Not with the lithiums.
With the lithiums. Well, there's a drawback we didn't know about.
Yeah. But I mean.
But they last a lot longer.
Oh yeah, in the long run, they're gonna pay for themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, even like the amp hours you get out of it, you get more amp hours.
I compare one lithium to 2 regular batteries.
Okay.
Because a regular battery can only use like 40%, and a lithium you can use 80-90% of the capacity, and you have 2 of them, so that's technically 4 batteries.
Yeah.
So do you guys plan on you plan on doing an awful lot off the grid camping and stuff?
We hope to do some boondocking in Montana.
I don't see us doing like more than a week or so at a time out.
You guys will probably never kill your batteries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you still have to run a generator to run this.
Right.
Air conditioner. You still got to run an air conditioner, run the microwave. The lights on right now, and the water pump. That's like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, even without solar, you might use less than 10% of the capacity in that stuff, and then it's just recharging.
So with the solar, as long as we're getting some sun, it should be recharging on a daily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The biggest draw on batteries is cold weather camping running the furnace.
Okay.
That's the biggest draw.
And what we have read, like a lot of people do, is they bring a little gas buddy for the night. If it's not...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those, though.
You're not?
No, because they're not... you got to vent them properly. So you don't want to like go to sleep and not wake
Good
up
way
in
to
the
not
morning.
wake up. That's what I always
Yeah,
worry
that would be
about
bad.
those things. Yeah.
I think that's just like a cheap way to stay warm.
Okay.
I cold weather camp and I will never run one of those.
So if you, like, say you're going to Pittsburgh and you need to run your heat,
We'll just run the furnace.
how long would those 3 propane tanks last you?
I'm not used to 3. I'm used to 2 on a truck camper, and I can get a week out of the 20-pound propane tank.
Oh.
Okay. So you'd be
15 degree
fine.
weather.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. 15 degrees.
Yeah, when we're outside, I'll show you some tricks with those propane tanks. But shoot, my guess is those 3 tanks are gonna last you guys like till midsummer.
Okay.
Wow.
Right now, this is like nothing. Your oven you're only using X amount of times.
Right.
Your water heater, especially gas, you're only using X amount of times. And this thing from now on out, you're not gonna be running too often.
Yeah, and we figured this out. That's a pretty simple regular controller.
Fan low high, which most people don't use. That's just the fan
cool,
running.
Just cool and heat.
I like cool, high. Normally low is fine. I don't really use the auto because it turns on and off, and it's kind of annoying. And then it heats the last option, and then off.
Okay.
I checked the 10-day forecast. It doesn't look like it's gonna hit below freezing anymore. If something changed and it was gonna be like 28 degrees, just turn the heat on and leave it on like 60 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in the driveway and check it out. You know,
I don't
cold
blame
night,
you.
You know, keep trying.
He's
to,
looking forward to getting out of the
don't know.
house.
We got some reservations in the
in
state
Pittsburgh
for later,
in May.
but we don't even know if they're gonna cancel. You know, people going to campgrounds.
Driveway
so.
camping.
There's state.
Hey, we forgot our things.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. You're not sick, are you?
No.
Good.
Keeping
Is there
it full of
anything
people,
over
please.
here we need to know? Like these look like HDMI ports.
This is all for if you had a TV. So now you have, like you were talking, I was looking, there's nowhere to add outlets back there. Like without
Yeah.
carrying a camp port. You got these here, and you got a 12-volt outlet right there.
Yep.
There's I think 2 USB, and then a cigarette plug.
Yeah.
There's another cigarette lighter plug up there. You got another ace. I mean, there's outlets everywhere in
Okay.
this thing.
We've got plenty.
This is a charger here on the stereo. There's a hidden 110 outlet back there. You can see.
I can't see.
Right, the black cover right. This is a short power
Oh,
plug.
okay, got it.
I saw that there. I mean, you'll find outlets that we don't even know about. These